I dove hard into learning more about my own business self. Actually, I started that way before we closed those doors, but I started diving hard into how do we better market? How do we develop a better sales channel, both internally and externally? Right? How do we improve the website? How do we get better social media? How do we do these things? I started taking course after course, reading book after book, finding all the mentors and, following all the places I needed to follow on social media to learn the things that I needed to learn to be able to put that into place. Right?
It's amazing what you can do when you stop working in the business and you start working on the business.
True.
And that pivot for you gave you the opportunity to do just that.
Yes.
You could step out from the day-to-day stuff and work on it. When you look at the metrics, because you brought up a very, very valid and very critical point, and that's understanding your avatar, your ideal client, understanding who they are, what they look like, how they dress, where they shop, what they do for social interaction. Like understanding the entirety of who it is that you serve helps you to communicate with them. How did you go through that process of developing that ideal avatar for yourselves?
Yeah, I think so if healthcare in general, let me back this up a little bit. So healthcare, the idea of healthcare is that, you walk in, you wait, you get seen for a minimum amount of time, and then you get pushed out the door, see you again soon.
That's the traditional notion of it.
That's typically what we go through, right? Name any other business on the planet that runs like that would survive.
None.
There is none, right? So what that means is that because we're healthcare providers, we've taken for granted.
It's a need.
Right, because it's necessary.
Yeah.
Right? So if you just build a practice, let's say you're going to build a GI practice, right? So we're going to treat anyone and everyone with butt and gut issues. That's what we're going to do, right? If you got butt and gut issues, come see us. And that's what they do. And so you have everything from this type of individual all the way to this type of individual.
Exactly.
Right? Of, color, creeds, and kinds, and financial backgrounds, and different needs, desires, all the things.
Exactly.
Right? And if you do that, then you end up being just like everybody else, right? If in marketing and branding.
You're the generalist in that,
right. You're
specific niche.
Yeah, elbows are sharp, right? You're in red ocean water,
Yep.
right? So as we call it in the branding and marketing world, red ocean water, where you're not seen, you're just covered up. So if you really want to develop something, especially in healthcare, that stands out or puts you in blue ocean water, then you have to identify who it is that you actually serve, right? We're not going to just
down to the very, very fine details.
All of it, right? Not just demographically, like where do they live, how old they are, how much money they make. Those are all important. But the biggest question is what do these people want out of their healthcare experience?
Exactly.
It's the psychographics, right? What do they want, and what do they want to avoid? Right? And so for the CEO, small business owner, or executive, what's the biggest commodity that they're in short supply of? Time. So you will not wait more than 3 to 5 minutes to be seen in our office from the time of your appointment.
That by itself is a selling point,
right
there. Like you've just, I'm converted.
You ever done this? You ever walked in and you're like laptop and you're in this little chair and you're like, oh, I'm waiting for an hour. And this is you. This is your position, right? And this is what you do uncomfortably because you're working your ass off, right?
Yep.
And we wanted to appeal to that person. Now, do we get shunned because of that sometimes? Sure.
Yeah.
Right? But I know who I'm for.
Oh, 100%.
Because I'm you.
Exactly.
I am my ideal client.
Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been in a waiting room with my wife. We're sitting down, we're going through something where we have the kids with us or whatever it may be, and it's like the appointment was 45 minutes ago, and they haven't even said hello. Like, what's going on? And then you get transitioned to the actual treatment room, and you're waiting there too.
Yes.
It's like insane. Yes. So yeah, if you can cut that out, that's a huge selling point.
And that is so. That was one of the things. What are the top 2 things that people complain about? One is the amount of time that I have to spend in the doctor's office,
right.
And the second one is still time related. It's how much time I get with my doctor.
The quality of the interaction.
Exactly.